We'll have smoky skies over KELOLAND as we go through the rest of your Monday, so keep that in mind if you're going to be outside through the afternoon and into the evening. For what it's worth, though, it's not a bad day outside of that. It's not too windy. Highs will be in the low to mid-70s in many locations. Overnight lows tonight dropping into the 40s if you're East River, either side of 50 to the west, where we may also see a couple of thunderstorms develop later this evening and tonight. We'll go through the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up, but until then, midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, midday in KELOLAND.
Helping a local animal rescue is as easy as drawing a card. We'll let you know how to get involved. Plus,
Trump's fixer turned foe takes the stand in the former president's so-called hush money trial. I'm Jared Hill outside the courthouse with what Michael Cohen has told the jury.
good afternoon and thanks for having us in. Sioux Falls police have made an arrest in connection with a shooting. As people left a bar on North Cliff Avenue on Sunday morning, police say a man pulled out a gun and fired several times. One person was shot in the leg, but was expected to be okay. Police later arrested Cesar Ortiz Maestre on several charges, including shooting a gun from a car. The 27-year-old Sioux Falls man is expected to appear in court this afternoon. You may want to be careful how much time you spend outside today. The Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources has issued an air quality alert in South Dakota because of the Canadian wildfires. Here's a look at current conditions. The smoke is worse in the areas in red and orange. If you live in those areas, you may want to limit your time outside, especially if you have underlying health conditions. The alert will remain in effect until tomorrow. If you'd like to keep an eye on conditions, you can find a link to this map on our website. Turning now to weather, that smoke up there and how it might impact our day is kind of the big story in weather, isn't it, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. Yesterday was such a beautiful day to get outside, at least until the thunderstorms started billowing up. At least we had a blue sky in place. Now it's kind of blue. Especially if you look straight up on the horizon, it's more of a milky sky above due to all that smoke. 69 degrees at the airport downtown with a northeast wind at 7 miles per hour. And if you even step outside, you can smell that smoke in the air. It's not going to be a very good afternoon to be out for very long. And it's not a whole lot better West River. We actually have clouds, but you can still see that low-level smoke in the atmosphere. We are just underneath that 70-degree mark in Rapid City with a south wind at 13 miles per hour. So there is all of the smoke. The deeper the shade of gray, the thicker the smoke is in the lower parts of the atmosphere, and it is quite noticeable at times, especially due to that northerly breeze that's been bringing in all of that smoke from those wildfires in Canada down toward or up toward Manitoba as well as Saskatchewan. I'll actually zoom out a little bit more. You can see where all of those wildfires are up in Canada. All of those red dots in those areas of red north and east of Saskatoon. That's where we have all of that fire. That's the source of all of that smoke that is gradually coming down. Unfortunately, we're not going to be done with that smoke quite yet. As we go through the evening and night and then to your day on Tuesday, it lessens a little bit, but you notice it still sticks around to some extent. So it will be something that you need to keep in mind if you are going to be out and about for Tuesday, and we'll even watch Wednesday for that matter. For what it's worth, we are in the upper 60s and low 70s for temperatures across much of the area, including 70 for Huron and 68 for Pierce, 66 in Aberdeen, but a couple of outliers up towards Sisseton and Ortonville. They're both at 63. The rest of your afternoon, again, filtered sunshine, but seasonably warm. Will be the low to mid 70s in southeastern and even parts of northeastern KELOLAND for that matter. Some upper 60s from Watertown over toward Millbank and Sisseton. Out to the west, we get a little bit of both. Some 60s out there, but also some 70s, even near 80 toward the Wyoming and Montana borders. We'll go through the rest of your 7-day forecast, which features a few opportunities for rain coming up.
All right, thank you, Adam. After weeks of testimony at former President Donald Trump's hush money trial, the witness who is at the center of the prosecution's case is on the stand today. Jared Hill reports from the courthouse in Lower Manhattan.
You have any messages for Donald Trump today?
Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's longtime personal lawyer and fixer, had nothing to say as he headed to court. That quickly changed on the stand, where he's testifying for the prosecution at the former president's so-called hush money trial. In early questioning, Cohen told the court he worked with the media to minimize negative stories about Trump. Just before the 2016 election, Cohen paid $130,000 to adult film star Stormy Daniels to keep her quiet about an alleged 2006 sexual encounter with Trump.
I'm innocent. This is a political witch hunt.
Trump, under a gag order, did not mention Cohen before entering court. He instead criticized the Biden administration and talked about new polling in the 2024 presidential race.
And there it is. It's Trump leading by a lot.
Trump's defense team is expected to go after Cohen's credibility. He's already admitted to lying under oath, and he served jail time on federal charges related to these payments.
They want to portray him as a vengeful former lawyer to the president who wasn't given what he wanted and what he felt he deserved, and has now turned against the former president and is set on exacting this kind of revenge.
Trump has pleaded not guilty to all 34 counts and denies having had a sexual encounter with Daniels. The prosecution is expected to wrap up its case this week. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Cohen worked nearly a decade for Trump. He once said he would take a bullet for him. The CTE Academy has many classes for students to take. One class is cooking up new ideas in state and nationwide competitions. Students in the culinary class worked all year to create restaurant menu items and represent South Dakota on a nationwide level. Culinary arts chef instructor Janelle Wemper says she has always loved cooking and teaching students the ins and outs of culinary cuisine.
Is a curriculum put forth by the National Restaurant Association, and when kids leave here, they have the opportunity to have earned their ServSafe certification, which is a national certification that is good for 5 years, and it's recognized across the country in food service operations.
In tonight's On KELOLAND, our Renee Ortiz is going to show us her class and their tasty creations. Dakota Jackson Rescue has resumed its Find the Queen of Hearts fundraiser. A year ago, the winning card wasn't uncovered for nearly 10 months, with the jackpot growing to more than $170,000. This spring, the top prize starts at $10,000, with weekly drawings rotating between Obscure Brewing Company and Lupulin Brewing in Sioux Falls.
An east venue and a west venue, and our criteria was dog-friendly, of course, and kid-friendly. We wanted places where people can bring their dogs and bring their kids and have a pizza and a beer and enjoy themselves.
This week's drawing is at 7-11 tomorrow night at Lupulin Brewing. Tickets are $5 a piece or $5 for $20 and can be purchased there, Obscure Brewing Company, or online. Donors are helping boost the local blood supply today. KELOLAND's Kelly Volk is live with the Bloodmobile outside our KELOLAND Media Group studio. Hey, Kelly.
For Life blood drive. That blood goes to the Community Blood Bank, which serves dozens of Sanford and Avera hospitals in the Sioux Falls area. Now, the Bloodmobile is empty right now. That's because it's the lunch hour, but there are some slots for people to donate in the early afternoon. All you have to do is stop by Kelo TV and sign up. If you can't make it today, there are plenty of other opportunities to donate. Just go to the Community Blood Bank's website. I just spoke to a donor who said from start to finish, it took her about 20 minutes to donate. So it's a quick way to help local patients and maybe even save some lives. Reporting live in Sioux Falls, Kelly Volk, KELOLAND News.